Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader and today's video is going to be my TBR for the month of January. I'm super excited about all the books that I've picked out to read this month. I've actually already finished one. I finished one last night. If you follow me on Twitter, which you should be, it's down below, then you'll know which one that is. But yeah, I'm going to talk about all the other books that I plan to read this month. So let's hydrate. If you haven't hydrated yet, you should. And let's talk about some books, shall we? So, hydrate. Okay, hydrate. Anyway, first book that I want to talk about is one that I'm reading on my Kindle. I'm so obsessed with this. You've no idea. But I started last night, Take a Hint, Dani Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the second in the Brown Sisters series. As you guys know, I am delving into the world of romance novels. Well, specifically just normal contemporary romance novels about just normal people living their normal lives, maybe a little bit of banter, bit of sexual tension, and then, what happens after that. So this is Take a Hint, Dani Brown on my Kindle. I started it last night. Where am I? I think I'm on like chapter 5 or something. Wake up, Kindle. Show me where she's waking up. She takes a while, just like me. Oh no, I'm on chapter 6. Can you see? I'm on chapter 6. And basically, Take a Hint, Dani Brown is obviously about Dani Brown, who is Chloe Brown's younger sister. And she works at a university and she has PhD. She's very smart. She's a professor. And, she's working away, and one day she goes into an elevator, and the elevator breaks down because there's a fire drill in the building. So anyway, and our main male character, her love interest, is called Zaf, and he is the security guard in the building, and he's running around making sure everybody comes out okay, and he finds Dani in the lift. So he gets the lift open and carries her out all heroically. And all the students that are outside film the whole thing, and the video goes viral. And, they kind of basically are just like, so do we need to be together? Because he runs this non-profit charity organization, and he's starting to get a little bit of attention, like people are coming, like newspapers are contacting him being like, hey, would you and your girlfriend like to sit and talk about your charity? So he kind of asks her, so I don't suppose you'd want a fake date just so I could maybe get a little bit of publicity for my charity? And Dani's all for it because Dani wants to him really, really bad. And so she's just looking for a buddy. So she's, she's whatever. She's like, fine, I'll pretend to date you. But do you want to for as well? Because we can anytime you want. So it just goes from there, and I'm really excited to see how it all turns out. I don't know how to feel about Dani as a character, for being honest. She's a little bit obnoxious. I'm kind of waiting for her to come down from her cloud. But anyway, I'm currently reading that. I don't like leaving my Kindle on the floor. I'll just leave it beside you. So the next book that I really, really want to read is Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World by who even gives a damn anymore. We'll not talk about him. He's literally Bruno. We'll just call him Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. We'll just call him that. Obviously this is the sequel, the long-awaited sequel to literally one of the greatest books I've ever read, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Like, I read that in 2020 and it was just an experience. But this has been sitting on my shelf for a minute, but I flicked through and I read this sentence in the first chapter. As I felt the beating of Dante's heart against the palm of my hand, I wished I could somehow reach into my chest and rip out my own heart and show Dante everything that it held. I've never known love like this. I need to read it. It needs to happen. And yeah, I'll just read this and I'll not read anything else that Bruno writes ever again. Well, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about him. The next book that I would love to read in the month of January is Girls of Fate and Fury by Natasha Nyan. This is the third and final book in the Girls of Paper and Fire series, and I'm so scared and terrified to get into this. It's basically a fantasy story about this girl with golden eyes who gets brought in to be the concubine to this demon king, but then she ends up falling in love with one of the other girls that was brought in as well. And then everything kind of sparks from there, if you will. And I'm just... These girls are my life. I love these girls so much. Like, we've gone from my two loving gay sons to my two sweet sapphic girlfriends. Like, I just love them so much. But what is this? I thought that we weren't... I thought he... Why? Why is he still here? I don't know. But anyway, I'm super, super excited to read this. I love the first two with all my heart, and I just, again, I'm scared and terrified, like I said. I don't know how this is going to end, but I know it's going to probably make me cry, but I'm looking forward to it. Next book that I want to read, again, that's more than likely going to make me sob my heart out, is Aurora's End by Amy Kaufman and Bruno 2.0, again, that we don't talk about. Listen, just because I'm reading these, this is the last book that I'm going to read from Bruno 2.0, and that's hopefully that other one is gonna be the one and last one that we read from the other Bruno. But anyway, third and final book in the Aurora cycle. Oh my god, okay. First one I gave 4 stars. Second one I gave 5 because it wrecked me. And I don't know how this one is gonna wrap up, but like, oh, please don't hurt my children. Like, I'm so looking forward to finishing this series off. Again, I don't know how it's going to end, but it's probably gonna reach into my soul and crush it, like, so it's just like sand in between my fingers. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. I'm excited for a lot of crying. The next two, I'll just talk about these two together. These are books that have been on my TBR since October, and I haven't read them yet. These two. Malice, Siege and Storm. It's really embarrassing that these are still on my TBR since October! Since October! What is wrong with me? Because do you know what it is? And do you know what I forgot to bring over? Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. I'm listening to that on audio, and I am nearing the 500 page mark of that book, and it's amazing. It's wonderful. If anything happens to Ali, I'm gonna riot. But yeah, I'm still reading Empire of Gold. I should have brought it over, my bad. But I'm still listening to that. And then these two are the next audiobooks that I'll listen to after. Because I want to continue on my reread of the Grishaverse. And also as well, Sapphic retelling of Sleeping Beauty. Like, why have I not read you sooner? Why? Like, I don't know why. I don't know why I am the way that I am. But in the words of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, I am what I am, okay? So yeah, those are all the books that I hopefully, God willing, will be getting to in this, let's face it, we're going to be here for the next 84 years, month of January. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know what books you're going to be reading in January. Are you carrying anything over from December, or are you like me and you're a piece of trash and you still haven't completed books that were on your October TBR? But yeah, let me know what you're going to read. Have you read any of these? Have you read the finale for Girls of Paper and Fire? Have you read Aurora's End? Let me know. But anyway, Twitter, Instagram, down below as always. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell so as you know when my next video is coming up, which will be Saturday, because I have holiday time to take. So I've been very kindly given this weekend off as holiday time, so that will be fun. So yeah, hopefully next video will come on Saturday. I will keep you posted. And yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you for 200 subscribers. Once again, I love you all so much. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.